This title screen ain't right. That is not who we chose. But we're back with in between fighting sections talking. So let's talk with everybody. Okay, time for another break. The Republic's changed a great deal in recent years, and the same can be said for Orad. The new movie theater and circuit are nice, but I'm concerned about the investments received from an unknown Central Eastern company. Honestly, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about how much my home could change over the next few years. You know, get some info from how the public feels with all this stuff going down in the background. They don't know. Yes, this is where I have to face reality. I'm so very sorry, I was lost in thought. Have you all had breakfast yet? Norbert's cooking is wonderful, so I'm sure I'll whip up something amazing for you. At least they only have one line of dialogue now. At least, a lot of them. Ellie has lofty dreams, and I want her to pursue them without worry. Though I'm sure she'll have to face a number of obstacles along her path, especially in a city like this, where people are not kind to foreigners. I could tell something's bothering her, but she insists she's fine. I think she's trying to avoid troubling me, but it's having the opposite effect. I don't think we have anything here. Everything's cooked.
Do you have any preferences?
See, we don't have enough
Thanks for coming in.
money to afford any weapons. We'd have to do like another run around of the underground. We'll probably get more eventually. Aw, no free time events. Okay. Side quests in the South and North District. I was hoping we get to see the inside of the Grand Cathedral. Now's not the time, though. We shouldn't disturb the memorial mass. Yeah, we can drop by when that's over. In the meantime, why don't we visit the North District? I want to get a good look at the old palace ruins. Sounds good. It would be an interesting sight. Well then, let's catch the next tram to the North District. Can we ride the tram? We'll check out the Grand Cathedral tomorrow. Right now I want to see the palace ruins. I'm not a huge history buff or anything, but going to see the remnants of the Old Kingdom sounds interesting to me. There ought to be some hidden gems in the North District, right? I know it has the market, but I'm kind of hoping there's a place where we can let loose and have some fun. Officer. Attendant. He's not an officer.
Please watch your step as you board the tram.
I like how they have the announcements when it stops and stuff. Nice little quality touch. Tram's relaxed pace affords passengers an opportunity to relish the sights of the city. They've now become an integral part of the city's aesthetics.
Well,
As resplendent as you'd expect.
Amazing. This is what modern cameras can do. You can see all the nitty-gritty details of this train with picture-perfect clarity. I picked this camera up at the Orbital Cafe in Edith. I asked Filbert to give it a once-over and to get the lens aligned. After he worked his magic, it was good as new. It's basically my travel partner at this point. Now I understand why he felt so compelled to take a trip. Word of advice though, while machines are fine tools for improving one's quality of life, it's best not to become dependent on them. If we ever lose access to them, it's good to know how to do things the old-fashioned way. Don't worry, I won't let it take over my life. Otherwise, I'll start taking new tech for granted, and I don't want that. Grandpa was a railway engineer, so it's no surprise he's passionate about machines. I love them too, so we always have plenty to talk about. I wonder if my obsession with tech was influenced by him. Many people take the boons of technological advancements for granted. I'm glad Monique knows better. They're tools that should be in human hands. They aren't something we place ourselves into the hands of, so to speak. I imagine that horrible incident was caused by a weapon. This is precisely why I don't want technology to dominate our future. Sadly, that's usually how it goes. It is inevitable. I know that maintaining order in our jurisdiction is our job, but this situation is unlike anything I've ever encountered. I don't even know what we can do. Some of the other officers are struggling with all this in more ways than one in some cases. At first glance, nothing seems to be amiss. The upper crust and the tourists are going about their days like usual. However, I'm certain I've seen some suspicious individuals about. I also don't understand why the braces have called in additional support. I would normally expect the citizens to be more alarmed, but they're shockingly calm. I find it a little disquieting. I wonder if there's some shenanigans with that. Our workshop's been around for a long time. We serve people of all types, from upper-class citizens to travelers. We handle fancy decorations as well as machines. I like working on the latter in particular. I always get a little giddy when someone walks through the door with some mechanical doodad. Maintenance work is my bread and butter. I take pride in my skills as a machinist.
Welcome.
Battle boots. Only thing we can afford in this shop.
Thanks.
And all the weapons are stuff we already own the upgrades of. Anyway, Forest PG.
Why don't we see...
Threatening letter. Someone sent me a threatening letter. I just don't know what to do. Please help. I'll be waiting in the inn in the South District. Okay. Looks like we got some 4 SPGs. Guess so. Got more free time today, so let's see if we can knock some of them out. And who knows, we may find some useful information while we do so. True, but don't forget that Almada's game is our first priority. Right, makes sense. Isn't Nellie the name of the waitress at our inn? Yes, that's right. Wonder what's going on with her. Sensing something. That be... maybe not. I've been sending someone lurking about while I've been handling requests with the circus team. Maybe I should look into this more. No clue what he's talking about. But whatever it is, it doesn't concern me. Not yet.
Well,
Need to look into this. I feel like I'm going crazy. My hunch is right, and this could turn into a big mess. I suppose it's possible that he snuck in yesterday. Eat. No, entry to the EGC is on a lottery system, and they already ended applications to it. I didn't go to the film festival, and now I can't attend the EGC either. Kicking myself for not looking up more info in advance. Come on, Tieta, it's okay. There's always next year, right? I wanted to go too, but I can wait. Did you hear about that scandal with the famous movie actress last week? I did, but only a second-hand account of it. They say she had a one-night stand with a famous racer. Apparently, that racer's known for seducing and discarding women one after the other. Gasp. My word, surely the movie actress must have known that. What a shameful woman. That actress must have been no different from him. She's likely no stranger to disposing of men like yesterday's garbage. Worse yet, I hear she commonly appears in those carnal exhibitions that gaudy person makes. This just goes to show that morally repugnant movies get morally repugnant people, whether actor, director, or viewer. Indeed, this serves as irrefutable proof that an actress who fails to reach the heights of theater will fall to the depths of depravity. What an unspeakable tragedy. I just want to turn my eyes from the whole sordid affair. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Where did these people get off insulting everyone left and right? This isn't 1175. We're in the 13th century here. What kind of ancient relic has this much recent beef against movies? Calm down, Judith. What you're saying ain't cool, but you don't want to make a fuss on that blowing your cover. It's like the same dialogue, okay. I know, but Rachel uses experience from Craft. I changed her mindset by acting. I feel like there should be a trigger so that dialogue does not happen twice, but maybe they forgot it. Everyone involved in the film industry is all the same. From producers to actors are all so vulgar, so base. No child of mine will ever walk into a theater, for as long as I live, I'll expose them to only the highest forms of art.
Okay.
Movies that Goaty person makes are supposedly both immoral and obscene. It's inconceivable to me that people actually watch that filth, but am more astonished that any woman would act in them. He must be the furthest thing from a proper lady. I imagine they're little more than dogs in heat without a fragment of shame. Anyway, I'd love for tourists and young folk alike to experience the rich art and history found in opera. Art can only become one with our culture if it's experienced and shared by many people. The Opera House's owner, Miss Adeline, is particularly devoted to opening the eyes of our youth to the value of traditional art. Her belief that opera can match all entertainment mediums is absolute. It's awe-inspiring, really. Protesters are gone. This is my first time seeing an opera performance, and I can only describe it as a breathtaking experience. I likely could have been better understood the finer details of the story had I received a higher education and if I saw it a few more times. Nonetheless, I was drawn in by the stellar performances. There's a level of depth there you don't see in stage dramas and movies. Now then, I've got some more time on my hands, so I think I'll tour the other districts. Phew, managed to get off early today. I'll get to my homework after a quick nap. None of my classmates understand what I'm going through because they're all sitting in the lap of luxury. I just want one friend who can share my pain. Although maybe I shouldn't be complaining at a time like this.
Alrighty.
The average citizen in this city struggles to make ends meet. If the situation remains as tense as it is, economic activity may come to a halt, which would drive food prices up. Maybe I ought to stop by Bernice's store in the North District.
Don't you need
More
a souvenir?
people to talk to. You may not notice that the department store carries the same brand of goods as us. The difference is our goods are cheaper, so you're better off buying from us. Horacion's got a multitude of well-known handicraft goods producers. My job's to look through the vast selection of goods and sell and pick out the ones I think tourists would like.
Hello there. See you again.
Take a good look around.
The Quincy Company is the most recognizable brand in Horacion, but you'll find my little store is just as well loved here. However, few people outside the city walls would recognize our shop's name. That's because our products don't have a long shelf life. So be sure to send those sweets down the hatch as soon as you can.
I'm proud of
Don't have
all
to
my
ask
work.
Van
It's
twice.
been a pleasure.
Saw somebody walking around. Hello. Endeavor. No signs of suspicious individuals on the rail, and the station's clear too. Still, I can't be too lax. The city has many major political and business players, not to mention tourists. My job to ensure their safety. Let's handle the side quest. How may I help you all? Oh, yeah, you're that group that came here yesterday. You want me to whip up a meal for you? That's okay. Thank you, though. We're actually here about your request. Huh? You're Nelly, right? We saw your 4SPG on the bulletin board. Wait, you're the famous brigand? Wow. We left the inn to check the bulletin board, and now we're right back here where we started. That's funny. Can I go ahead and talk about the threat letter I received? Yeah. Sure. What's it say? Perhaps we should discuss this in our room. I have a feeling this could take a while. 2 hours later. Alright, have you got the letter on hand? Yes, right here. Filthy, parasitic immigrants like you have no place in our magnificent opera house. Abandon your dream to take the stage, or the wrath of Adios will descend upon you. How could anyone write something so horrible? Invoking our goddess's name in this way is nothing short of impiety. The person who wrote this is obviously anti-immigrant. This is one of the most pathetic things I've ever read. Guessing you don't see a lot of this stuff, given that Hayue's got such a stranglehold over Longport. Horacion's a different story, though. Anti-immigration animosity is more likely to seep through here. Some people in this city are determined to carry the antiquated beliefs of the old nobility to the grave. Most like their life's calling is to harass people like Nelly. You aren't wrong there. Most of the people here are kind, but there's a handful of rotten apples to be sure. This isn't the first time I've faced discrimination in this city. I can count the number of times this kind of thing has happened on 2 hands. Then why are you still living here? Because I love Horacion. It's every artist's dream to live here. We call it the city of art and tradition. I wanted to be here ever since I was a little girl. I worked day and night for so long to get where I am, and now I finally earned the right to attend the music academy here. I can't just throw it all away now. I can understand that feeling. Okay, so the music academy and the opera house connection tracks. Is there something that sparked all this? Like an event of some kind? Yes, actually. We're borrowing the opera house for our concert recital. It's still a little ways away, but I'm totally stoked for it. And that's in part because I got the lead role. Wow, congratulations. Though the threat letter is calling on you to give up the leading role. They'll probably resort to violence if you don't comply. That's what I feared. The Opera House has been around for over 100 years. And all that time, I don't think there's ever been an immigrant who's been at the center of the stage. I could definitely see that ruffling more than a few feathers in the anti-immigrant crowd. sure they'll stoop to some serious lows to get you out of the spotlight. It's terrible. If you don't mind me asking, why didn't you take this to the police or the guild? I wanted to be discreet about all this. If word gets out, the entire recital could be cancelled. It's been a labor of love from everyone involved, and my classmates have been giving it their all during practice. I don't want their efforts to go to waste. This is just like the film festival. From the threat letter to the calling upon of dubious Spriggan to save the day. I should give up the lead role, shouldn't I? What? Heck no! You worked your butt off and studied like crazy to get this far. That role's rightfully yours, so don't give it up. But I don't think I have any other choice. Don't want to fight this? And why'd you sit on the request? I guess I just wanted to hear an expert's opinion before I came to a decision. Now that I know I'm in real danger, I'd rather just let this one go. Well, you're the client. If you want to call it here, then we'll be on our way. But are you sure this is how you want things to end? If you let this guy go, they'll be back for more. As long as you have the will to take it to the skies, they'll do everything they can to chain you down. Things only escalate from here if you don't take a stand. I bet they won't stop until you pack your bags and left. Still haven't given me the details of your request. Tell me what you really want. All ears. I want to be a part of the recital. I don't want to give up here. Got it. You can leave everything to us, cause Arkwright Solutions is on the case. But we're gonna help you out and that's final. Whoever's behind this will think twice about hurting you once we're through with them. I suppose I can't change your minds then. That's right. Once we're committed to helping someone, we always see it through. Don't you worry, young lady. We'll catch this foul criminal. I suggest we start by gathering a list of suspects. Is there anyone you can think of who could have sent that letter to you? The guy who was sitting outside the opera house complaining about immigrants? No, not off the top of my head. I know down people you know ain't any fun, but need some place to start. Can you think of anyone who might want to snipe the leading role if you gave it up? I suppose one person comes to mind. Her name's Amelie. Isn't she the theater's owner? She's another student at the academy and she's hyper-competitive. You're both top picks for the lead spot. So if you were to step down, she would assume the leading role? That certainly qualifies as a motive. What kind of person is she? Do you know what she thinks about immigrants? I know she's a descendant of the old Aracian nobility, and, well, I don't think she likes me very much. I never heard her say anything discriminatory about immigrants, but I can't exactly read her mind. She definitely sounds suspicious to me. Yeah, I agree. We'll start by talking with her. Oh, but I don't know for sure that it's Amelie. I know. We're not gonna lay any accusations. We just want to chat with her. Just want to talk with them. Just want to talk with them. Want to talk. Any idea where she'd be around this time? I think she's at the boutique in the department store over by the East District. She wanted to pick out a dress to wear to the recital. I overheard her saying that in our last rehearsal. So we need to go to the Quincy department store. Let's depart then.
Time to go solve some problems.
Alright, should have something new to say. I really don't want to suspect my classmates, but I get that we have to start somewhere. I'm pretty sure Amelie's gone to the boutique today. Did you go talk with her? But I know for a fact we've heard the name Amelie before. Maybe from her before, but I don't know. Adeline. Goes close. But, not exactly the same thing. We'll do quest stuff last. So where are we currently? We are in the North District. East District is that way. Do we have no way to get to the East District from here? Oh, just the other side. Noted. But we have a whole new area of town to talk to, and it looks like we might as well just trigger that event because we have to go to the Bracer Guild, so we'll go there last.
It's so pretty.
And that's why if he were in our shoes, Dingo would have fought until the very end. He was the best at what he did, and we have to be just like him, especially now of all times. Okay, I got it. Definitely convinced me that he was a model journalist. What exactly do you want from me? Need my help with something? Well, sort of. I can't really go into why, but I can say that there's something going on, and I can't just sit around and doing nothing. Inga would have felt the same. Even if I can only help in a small way, I have to do something. So, could you help me? Sigh. Triggered a lot of energy. Wish we had people as motivated as you at our company. Fine. Won me over. Really? Still have my own work to do, but I promise I'll do what I can to help. This is an unprecedented national crisis. Now's not the time for news companies to be bickering with each other. Would you like to swap contact information? Yes, that sounds great. Thank you so much. Let's do our best out there. He's seeking the help of a local writer? What the hell's that girl thinking? If he tells him about the game, we'll be screwed. Actually, maybe I should have a little more faith. You of all people wouldn't want to let Dingo down. Sigh. Her passion did me in, but maybe that's not such a bad thing. Sounds like there's something going on that she can't talk about. What exactly is happening here? It has something to do with those Jaegers that have been spotted around the city? Well, I suppose there's no harm in working with her on this, as long as we aren't putting ourselves in danger. There has to be something I can do. If Dingo were here, he would never ever give up. No, he wouldn't. He'd probably do what Van's doing and find some loopholes. Westash. Found it all. My focus is in tatters due to that incident. And at such a critical juncture, too. I can't fall into a slump with this deadline looming over my head. I'll simply have to push myself a little harder. So I'll stare at the palace till sunset if I must. Oh. He's a,
Well?
He's an artist like the one trying to paint the tower. They're going to meet sometime later in the next game, or I think the last one's called Kai. I guarantee it. There are many art and music schools here in Erasion. A generation has a duty to inherit the traditional arts from our forefathers. I must live up to everyone's lofty expectations of me, but every time my mind wanders back to that tragedy, my hand freezes. Why must inspiration elude me so? They both have artist block. Those murderers, how could they? I won't let them get away with this. They're going to pay for what they've done. This officer is really upset about the incident. More than just upset, I think. It's personal. Which event exactly are they referring to? Do they know about the murder of the Bracer? That's the only one I can think of. Well, I assume they probably would know that he died for some reason, but the police shouldn't know. So, I don't know. They say he was murdered and the criminals got away or something, I don't know. You're all tourists, no? Would you be interested in hearing a little about our city? I may not be a guide, but I just love talking about Erasion. The South District is the first place most visitors see. It's where the city entrance lies. Look, people of all walks of life live here, including many of our renowned artisans. The North District is populated by ordinary folks like me. Many tourists gather here to see the royal palace, which is visible in the distance. Because it touches the border facing the free cities, it has a long and prosperous history of trade and commerce. In short, the South District is where artisans gather, and this is where merchants go to sell their wares.
Why,
Neat.
I recommend everything.
I thought the number of tourists would go down after the recent news, but I was dead wrong. Anyway, can I interest you in some of my dishes? Erasion's pretty well known for its royal cuisine, but arranged dishes have their appeal as well. You'd be surprised how a little mixing and matching can make a meal that's much more delicious. The extravagant royal cuisine and pâte-feu are famous around these parts. I don't know how to pronounce it, if there's an actual way to pronounce that. They serve as a strong base for my arrangements. I'll send your taste buds on an adventure.
Take your time looking.
That is a voice.
Seeing you.
I feel like it was like... I think I mentioned that one before. I'm pretty sure we've heard it. Like, it sounds like a first take, and it wasn't the one they meant to do.
That was a fine meal.
So, yeah. We'll see if it happens again. Is Ikaruga really that strong? They are. I heard some nasty things about them back in the East. As it happens, a few people from my village ended up becoming Jaegers like them. If even half the stories they told me are true, then I can believe they're the strongest core. Wow, it's rare to see you give such a serious assessment. I'm really worried about how this death game is going to turn out. Hopefully it'll all end okay. Still surprised they even bothered coming all the way out here. Wait a minute, is it possible that thing I sensed in Long Lai was... No, I shouldn't be thinking about this.
Alrighty.
The Ikaruga Jaegers are Easterners like me and the people from Heiwei, but their roots are different from ours. Kazan, on the other hand, bears a closer resemblance to them. Evidently, they're the strongest core in the East, and now they're competing in the death game. The guild might have dropped out, but that doesn't mean they couldn't still attack us. All the Eastern Jaeger Corps that could have come here, it just had to be Ikaruga. Sucks big time. What are they even after? Why come all the way out here? Even considering their activities in Long Lai, what's going on?
Indeed.
This is quite impressive.
I can't remember. Who exactly invited them? Because, I mean, just like, did Dante's invite her specifically because it was like, it'd be fun if we had some powerful Jaeger Corps here. I don't know. Hey, look who it is. My parents just don't get it. Going to the movies doesn't get in the way of my studies whatsoever. It doesn't make me undignified or ungraceful either. How can my parents say that? Oh, right, I almost forgot that my old friend is back home. I haven't seen her in ages. Seems like she's living her life the way she wants to. Maybe we can learn a thing or two from her when we get together. Like, I'm not mistaken, because that's her, right?
You there. Let me
Let's see.
talk to you.
We go... Where's PG? Chapter 5.
Minute.
Is it one letter off? It's one letter off. That is... Okay. It's Amalie. We're looking for It's Amelie. We're looking for Amalie. Welcome. I know things are tough out there, but you can't live on an empty stomach. Business hasn't been great lately, so I decided to hold a bargain sale. Grab whatever vegetables you want before the prices go up. Come one, come all. One of my suppliers will be delivering more vegetables tonight, so get as much as you want.
Looking is always free, you know.
Vegetable chips.
Come back for more anytime.
That was a fine move.
This market's got everything.
Excuse me, would you like one of my handmade accessories? Not to toot my own horn, but people often say they're pretty cute. Oh, but you don't have to buy anything, of course. Just if you feel like it. I learned how to make arts and crafts at a gospel facility. Never thought it'd become my livelihood. Locals and tourists alike have been buying them. Makes me so happy and also a little embarrassed.
Hello?
We can't afford it, and we also need to buy that.
Thank you.
We need to get money. Alright.
Leave this to me.
Here we go.
Didn't want to have to go out and grind some more, but let's go punch some stuff to earn some money.
I eagerly await your performance.
You got a charge attack ready.
There we go.
Now's the time to stop.
Engaging skill.
Activating skill. I won't let this chance slip. Now's our chance. Please.
I guess we can stick with Van since... Not sure if we have to worry about,
Nice. You're going great.
May you continue to
what's his name
persevere.
showing up. The dude with the axe.
You got this.
Okay, I need to swap them in the menu. There we go.
You picked the
That way the
right
muscle
time.
memory,
Good
muscle
shit,
memory doesn't
right.
kick in.
I eagerly await your performance.
Gotcha. Take this. Let's go.
You can win right now.
Chase. Great. Keep it up.
It's because here. It's your turn. Gotcha. I can live with this. Let's go. Like dreams and so many for that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Next target.
There. Gotcha. It's done.
I'm hoping I could hit all of them in one go. Oh, perfect.
I'll spice you up. All you want
Activating
next.
skill.
You're down.
Complete.
Come on.
Here I go. Let's get started.
Engaging skill.
Take this. Take this.
Now's the time to start.
There. You're up, Arcry. Take over, Direwolf. Sucker. You're up, Arcry.
Here I go.
Initiating skill.
I won't let this happen.
I shall handle
Engaging skill.
A chance.
Sucker.
I can live with this.
Nice job, Agnes. Take this.
Now's the time to
Snake
start.
you lose. It's done. Chase. Great. Nice. That went great.
You continue to persevere, Van. Prepare yourself for a fight.
Gotcha. Take this. Go on. You picked the
Double
wrong
death
guy
blow.
to fight.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Gotcha. Take the sun.
Now go on!
You got this. Great. Nice. That went great.
You're a true professional, Van.
Brace yourself. That one is approved.
I eagerly await your performance. You need to be cautious.
All you
Activating skill.
Activating skill.
Vulgar Claw. Go already.
Engaging skill.
Sucker.
Begin reset.
May one of these
Have
here.
some more.
Here I have this done. Enjoy.
Random S-craft.
Chance. All you on yet.
Gotcha.
Have some more.
Engaging skill.
Some more.
Flinched.
Activating skill.
You're up, Archer.
Here I
Initiating skill.
You're next.
Gotcha.
There. I can live with this.
You did well, Anya.
All right, how much money does that get us, and do we have to
Follow
go
court,
through
leveled
the
up.
first area? Because we need at least 5,007.
That hits the spot.
Well, we could always just recover the monsters and go back the other way. Enemies are higher level
That
and they
hits
drop
the
more
spot.
sepith. Okay, we got 3,000 from that. Means if we go back this way, we should have enough to afford that.
Watch out. That enemy looks strong.
Gotcha.
I'm on it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now's the time to start.
Chance.
A chance. Reset. One skill coming
Have
right
some
up.
more. A chance. There.
Your turn, Van. I shall handle this.
Master, I need...
Here I
Initiating
go.
skill.
Oh, I should have seen how that
Initiating
looks.
skill.
You did it.
Still getting levels?
Take the starters. You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You are a wonder, Ruben.
Let's finish the job. You got this. Nice. That went great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Gotcha. Take this. Take this. Chase. Break. Get down. You got
Initiating
this.
skill.
That'll do it.
Nice. That went great.
You are a wonder. This could get tricky with someone.
Take this. I'll take you on. It's done. Chase. Break. Nice. That was great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Gotcha. Take this.
Now's the time to start.
Chase. Stop.
I won't let it go. Coming right up. Mr. Arkwright!
You got
Initiating
it.
skill.
Enjoy. Make it go.
Activating skill.
Go already.
The elements are in our favor.
Couldn't picture any different, Master. Let's get to work. Gotcha. Take this. Let's finish the job. Chase. Nice. That went great.
Alright, how much money we
That
got?
hits the spot.
A little over 6,000. Got a lot of these. Alright. We're good. Alright, back to the North District. Could just teleport to the market, but it's close enough.
I'd recommend everything here. This market's
Hello?
everything.
Pyroxene bracelet. A handmade bracelet fitted with glittering stones. By an elder's hunting cap. A hunting cap used by wealthy older gentlemen.
Thank you.
Wrong button. There we go.
What?
There you go. Plus
You
30.
expecting thanks?
These fish were caught in Messeldom. Anyone want some? Munch. They just came in this morning.
Why, hello.
Roast trout. Freshly caught roast trout makes for a good snack.
Thank you.
She is obviously snacking herself.
That was delish!
This stuff's straight.
Ungern's Imports. Hey, looking for imported goods from the Free Cities? I got stuff from Lima and Remiferia. The Republic might be going through a rough patch, but we solo traders gotta keep going. The flow of goods might dry up due to the state of emergency, so I'm here to help if that happens. I normally drop by the Republic once a month for a whole week, so I can accommodate you during that time. I got here right before the incident, but business here hasn't changed one bit. I hear everyone in the Free Cities is talking all about the terrorist attack. It feels like people here are treating it like it's some distant thing.
Hello there.
White knit cat for Catra and a rose brooch. We need more money. Dang it. Can we eke out a bit more money? Probably don't need EP charge 2, so we can just stick with 3s and 4s if we end up using them. We don't really end up using them too often.
Come again.
What is that?
So I'm guessing we go through one of these entrances in the other districts
Right.
now.
We're nearly there.
Orphanage. Girls' Orphanage. Ah, I see now. Is something the matter, Van? Nah, I'm good. Got no business here, so why don't we head someplace else? I'll race you there. Wait up. John, the others still aren't... unless when there's a rotten... Ah. Crap. Whew, close call. Gotta be more careful, kiddo. That's what you get for not paying attention, as usual. Thanks for catching him, Grampy. Don't call me that. Yeah, are you big time, Grampy? Want to play with us? You can play tag, hide and seek, or... Sorry, kid, but I don't got time to be playing around. Yes, you do. Old people always have lots of free time. I ain't taking this crap. They're cute, aren't they? Very much so. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Seeing them reminds me of my little brother and sister. They're adorable. You're funny, Grampy. Can you play with us, pretty please? Where'd you two come from? They've really taken a liking to him, haven't they? They're practically swarming him. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular? Grampy. You shut your mouth. Don't let him escape. We won't. What's going on out here? Are you kids causing trouble for other people again? Oh, a visitor? Wait, is that you, Van? What? Hang on a sec. Long time no see, Flona. And now we're inside. Who would have thought our favorite little troublemaker would grow into such a fine young man? It makes me want to burst into tears. So, Van grew up here? This job's been one big homecoming for you, hasn't it? I weren't even looking all sentimental this whole time. I have not been looking sentimental. I'm guessing he lived here until he became an adult? No, he left Aracion long before that. Someone far away adopted him. If memory serves, that was about 14 years ago. I was just a supporting caregiver back then. Director Arkride was the one in charge. Director Arkride? Arkride? But that's where your surname comes from. Yep, didn't feel like wasting time thinking up a name, so I just went with the first one that came to mind. Now that I think about it, he's never once talked about the people who took him in. Young Van was always the center of attention, and he got along very well with the children outside the orphanage. I see that part hasn't changed one bit. You have so many people working with you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all for supporting him. Aw. Trust me, he supports us as much more than we do him. I don't exactly work with him, I'm just kind of along for the ride. Have you all had lunch yet? You're more than welcome to join us if you hadn't. It's lovely to offer. Well, we've got something we gotta take care of. That's too bad. Perhaps next time then. Oh, one more thing. You aren't having any trouble running the place, right? Any money woes? None whatsoever, thankfully. The cathedral's close, so people from the church do a lot to help us. We also receive a large donation from an anonymous benefactor every year. Interesting. Would it be, I would guess it's either Elaine, Kincaid, or both. I'm not sure. They reached out to us, so I don't know who they are. All we have are the sender headers on the digital receipts, which only say from SPG. Oh, so it's just Van. Okay. Wait, that's... I see there's still good people in the world. What a goody two-shoes. I don't get why he feels the need to hide it. How very him. You're leaving? Aw. Can you stay a little longer? Sorry, kiddos. It ain't easy being an adult. A lot of responsibilities. Y'all do me a favor. Play your little hearts out while you're still a kid, or you'll regret it later. Okay, I hope we can play with you sometime, too. You'll come back, right, mister? Sure, at some point. I'll get out of your hair now. We'll be in the city for another few days, so we'll try and come back before we leave. That would be lovely. Please take care of yourselves. If we don't succeed, then... We'll succeed. I know we will. The plot dictates it to be so. Are you Miss Flona's friends? Family? I don't know who you are, but I like you. Let's play something. I love playing with new people. I want to play in all kinds of places, but everyone says going somewhere by myself is dangerous. But John and Sophie take me to the market sometimes, so I love them. Thanks for before, Grampy. I swear, John's got more energy than he knows how to do it. Come on now, John. Say thank you to Grampy. I was just about to do that. Thanks a bunch, Grampy. I'm being gaslit here. Just call me Van or Big Bro if you want. By the way, Grampy, you know Miss Flona, right? Weren't you listening to them too? Miss Flona said Grampy grew up here. For real? Wow, that means we're orphanage buddies. Now you gotta play with us. I'll consider it. I ain't doing nothing if you keep calling me that. These kids are so full of life. Man. Sophie says I ought to be more responsible, but I'm the one with the job. When I have a boatload of money saved up, she won't be saying that anymore. Delivering newspapers is a bunch of fun. I get to ride around the whole city and make tons of friends. I'd like to hear about what the orphanage was like back when you grew up here. Miss Flona talks about the old director sometimes. He sounded so cool. I wonder who the old director was. Exactly. Please don't go. Miss Flona wants to talk to you more. I want to too. I don't know where Mommy went, but everyone here is really nice to me and it's warm here, so I'm okay. So glad you came to visit us. I certainly didn't expect it. Can't say I saw it coming either. Glad I dropped by though. Good to see that things are the same old around here. Except for you being director, of course. Wait, what happened to Director Arkwright anyway? Sadly, he passed on a few years ago. He's with the goddess now. He left this place to me and I've been running it ever since. Though I don't know if I'm doing as good a job as him. Well, for my money, I think you're doing him proud. Looking at the kids' beaming faces makes that clear as day. It means a lot to hear you say that, Van. Well, I won't keep you. I know you have important business to attend to. Just know you're welcome here anytime. I'd love to sit down and catch up with you sometime. Thanks. I'll do my best to make sure that happens. This place is so important to him. I know you have something you must take care of. Though if you ever get the chance, we'd love to have you here. There's much I'd like to talk to you about. Oh.
Let's see.
Tourist trouble. Can't write about it here, but could you please help me look for someone? I'll explain things in person. I'll be waiting in front of the hotel in the North District. Martin. Okie dokie. This guy right here. A few years ago, terrorist attacks and riots were a common occurrence. I'm worried the anti-immigration factions are back on the move. Those groups gain traction when the business landscape and the government are unstable. When people's fear of employment loss is at its highest, they pounce, propagating the idea that immigrants will steal their jobs. That sounds oddly familiar, but I'm, gonna leave it at that. I'm here on business from Lemon. Everyone here is pretty down due to the news of the tragedy, and I can't say I blame them. I'm not sure how many people died, but it must have been a lot. I'd rather not know anything else. Just listening to the news sent a chill down my spine. The capital's in lockdown now, so I'm gonna have to wait here for a while. I wonder what's gonna happen. Remember the Republic fell into panic and chaos during those terrorist attacks a few years ago. Welcome. Are you here to book a room? Or would you like a drink? We have a bar down in the basement. Horacion is both a tourist destination and a transportation hub, so many travelers come here to rest. Our hotel is valued among those who go on long journeys. Corazon. A small bar. Welcome to Corazon. Oh, it's Corazon. Okay. I more or less run this joint. I've got a lot of the good stuff here. We also serve non-alcoholic beverages, so you're all welcome here.
You want something to drink? Don't be a stranger.
Is Van the only one that talks about stuff when he eats sweet things? It has unique food dialogue. Another shop over there. Oh, it's a good boy. But for real? Everyone in Gray Village was wiped out? Well, if the Tyro Times says so, then it must be true. I thought the bracers were supposed to take care of things like this. Speaking of, I haven't seen any bracers around lately. Must be chaotic back at the guild. Security around the city feels a little too lax. I'd expect it to be a bit tighter after what happened to Cray. Even my dog's restless, barking up a storm, and he normally never barks. Flick. Whine. Grr. What's the matter, Flick? Never seen you groan like this. There's nothing here that's any different than usual. Dogs are very perceptive. What's going on over here?
They've got a movie theater here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not surprising, really. You can find one of those just about anywhere these days.
Indeed. We even have one in Orid's capital, where my company is headquartered.
1 second. It's gonna do something here. Bam. Could you be... Oh, hi. Perhaps my cover been blown? I must be imagining things. There's no way a famous actress would be walking around so openly in broad daylight. I may have grown up on opera and theater, but I've become an avid fan of movies in recent years. I watched one on a whim when this movie theater had first been constructed, and to my surprise it was an immensely enjoyable experience. I have no knowledge on how movies are produced, but just seeing the pictures move is entertaining enough. To be around when movies are brand spanking new. Exchange in antique. Pershing? Pershing. Well, I wasn't expecting a visit from you today. What brings you to Aracion? Don't you have a store and kids to look after? I'm sure the kids are doing just fine. I'll be home by the Revolution Festival anyway. But first, I need to get my hands on some of those antiques over in the Free Cities. You've worked with traders in the Free Cities before, haven't you? I was just thinking that my trip there would go much more smoothly if I had a guide. You're asking me to act as intermediary. Sure, I can handle that. In fact, I know a guy who can help you out. I've known Pershing for a long time. I often swing by to trade for the Old Kingdom's gear-based devices, which can be found in the underground ruins. We do a lot of business together. I wouldn't call us the best of friends or anything of the sort, but he helps me out from time to time.
No need to be shy now. See you again.
You guys looking for precious goods? Then I'm your man. Antiques from the Old Kingdom get dug up fairly often around here. Selling those to collectors is my job. But Glenn Caw's specialty is in mechanics, but he has an eye for these things. We like to scratch each other's backs every now and then. What you got?
You think? Fantastic
Fatality
stuff,
Droplet,
right?
if only I could afford it.
Can't wait to see you again. What do you think?
And
Fantastic
an antique
stuff,
mirror,
right?
which I cannot afford. Great.
Can't wait to see you again.
Back to the other crap. Let's do a back and forth.
Prepare yourself for a fight.
Gotcha! Finish the job. You got this. Great. You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Whoops.
Got you.
My move now. Great. Up to you, Reset.
I'm skilled coming right
Have some
up.
more.
Enemy suppressed.
Oh.
Let us proceed ahead.
Very well done.
No, that's the wrong way. Oops.
Gotcha.
skill.
Come on, hit him hard.
Activating skill.
I shall
Engaging
handle
skill.
it. Begin with
How did we get maxed out craft points?
Nice. That went great.
I actually don't know how how that happened.
keep your wits about you.
Take this.
Okay, we are. Now go on.
I believe he still has Sepith Vein, right? Oh, yeah, there it is. Septium Vein. I don't believe there's anything else you could throw on here except for maybe throwing on the enemies drop more item stuff on it. Let's see. Do we have another quartz that does that? Almost done. Preemptive shard attack damage increase. Okay, nothing there, so equip. We have red metal, which just gives extra strength, and that. So, if we equip the thing that gives better item drops, so this is 50%. I'm going to see if there's anything better. Nope, 50% is all we got. But items that we earn from enemies is stuff we can sell. So
Take care. That's above an A-level threat.
Let's finish the job. Wide open. Take over, Direwolf. Hit him hard.
Activating skill.
Shady skill. That's my thumbing.
Simply beautiful, aren't they?
I won't let this chance skill coming right at demon.
Sucker. A chance. There.
Your time.
A chance. There.
Got you.
I can live with this.
You did well, Anya.
Take this.
Go on.
They're down. A chance.
Nice. That went great.
Good shit. Take this. Gotcha. It's done now. Let's finish the job. Wide open.
Nice. That went great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arcroft?
Gotcha. Gotcha. One more. Gotcha.
I gotta stop turning down the speed when I engage in combat because the combat speed does not speed up.
You got this. Brace yourself.
Activating skill.
You're up, Arcroft. Up to you, reception.
I'm skill coming right up. A chance. Activating skill.
Sucker.
There goes.
Sucker.
Here, let's get started.
Chance.
Nice. That went great.
You are a wonder, Spriggan.
Prepare yourselves for a fight.
Gotcha.
You picked the wrong guy. hits the spot.
Too many
That hits the spot.
inputs at once.
You got this, son. You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You're a true professional, then.
Oh, we got something. What is this? Enemy slain. 2 serum capsules. We'll take it. I was thinking of something and immediately forgot.
I can handle any Zytha modifications you need.
We can continue opening slots. If we get a little bit more, we can max out resets. So let's do that. Get the expensive ones out of the way.
Watch yourself. That one's big.
Gotcha! Prepare yourself for a fight.
Take this.
Wide open!
All you on yet?
Activating skill.
Wide open!
Activating skill.
Come on! Hit him hard!
Engaging skill.
Some more.
Begin reset!
One skill coming right up.
Initiating skill.
My thunder. Simply beautiful, aren't they? Your turn now, Doctor.
Here goes, son. It's done. All
Almost.
you on yet?
Activating skill.
Wide open!
I can live with this.
You did well, lad.
Take this. Take this.
You can win! Now go on!
You got this, son. Nice. That went great.
You're a true professional, then.
Let's get to work.
Gotcha! Now go on!
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
May you continue to persevere, then.
Gotcha. Let's finish the job. Keep it up. Take over, Dire Wolf.
Activating skill.
Oh. We missed. Or at least we didn't. No, we didn't miss. We just got there. Oops.
I can live with this. Shall I brew you some tea, Mr. Dent?
Keep your wits about you.
Gotcha. You got this, Rick. You picked the wrong guy to fight.
That enemy looks strong. Now is the time for stride.
A chance. Time for the make. A chance. Great. Keep it up.
Initiating skill.
Enjoy. You're next.
Engaging skill.
Some more.
Ah, that was a decent fight.
Very well done.
Take this. Gotcha. It's done.
Now is the time for stride.
This will hurt. I'll dice you up.
Here I
Initiating
go.
skill.
You're next. One skill coming right up. Activating skill.
Sucker. Go already.
The elements are in our favor.
Alright, how much we got? 6,000? Hopefully that'll be enough to get whatever we need from the shops now. We're a little bit short, but if we need to grind again, we'll be able to get it. Hopefully not, but money issues are money issues. Probably be Pershing's Antiques, wouldn't it? Oh hey, it's Shizuna. Hey guys, figured you'd come see me sooner or later. So, what are you up to? Getting a grasp of the bigger picture while doing your fixer work, I imagine? What the hell are you doing out here? Now, don't need to tense up. It's not like I'm gonna sneak attack you or anything. I'm just getting some supplies and bringing them back to our boat. Just by the waterway near here. Well, I suppose that's a natural thing for a Jaeger to do, but the leader doesn't often go out on their own. Okay, let's just say I also wanted to go for a little stroll by myself. Surely you can believe that. Yeah, I call bull. I have a firm grasp of Ikaruga's threat level, but I can't say the same for this woman's. The Silver Blade isn't like the rest of her group. It's wildly as unpredictable as they come. She doesn't appear to be lying, but it would be unwise to take what she says at face value. Your reactions are also different, but they're hilarious all the same. I think I'm growing to like you guys. Oh, by the way, could we keep our little encounter a secret? Uragani's been a pain in the butt lately. He'll totally give me an earful if he catches wind of this. Well, that's one way to suck the tension out of the room. It's almost impossible to get a read on her. Can't afford to let her guard down around her. It's kind of fun to see people here go about their days blissfully unaware that their lives are all hanging by a thread. I'm not saying I like what Almada's doing, but you can't deny that the way they put the ignorance of the city on full display is fascinating. Honestly, yeah. I can agree with that.
Fantastic
Antique
stuff,
mirror for
right?
Judith. Got one of these. Got 6 of these. Can't really afford anything else. Is there anything we could just kind of sell a decent amount of? So, like, a bunch of these. And now we can actually afford
Can't
the,
wait to see you. What do you think?
the vitality
Fantastic
droplet.
stuff, right?
Why not?
Can't wait to see you again.
320 HP per band. Then the gift goes...
Thanks.
You have to give Catra his gift.
Don't mind if I do.
20. What the? How did I miss 2 people just standing in the middle there like that?
Why, I recommend everything here.
Everything.
That incident should serve as a reminder that we all need to live every day to the fullest. We should make the most out of every moment that passes us by. Life is precious, but also fleeting. Okay, that's enough philosophizing for one day. Time to buy some groceries so I can make delicious food for my darling daughter. There's gotta be something fun to do around here. I know there's a movie theater somewhere. I like shopping with Mommy, but I do that every day. I want to shake things up.
Kids are always so
Hello there, Barton. You're Barton, right? We're here about your request. Oh, are you the fixers? Thank goodness you came. You wanted us to look for someone, correct? 2 people, actually. They're tourists. You see, I'm a tour guide and I was guiding them around the city. I needed to find them. Okay, but why call us? This sounds like a job for the police or the Bracers can handle well enough. Well, I suppose you're not wrong. Let me guess, you're feeling guilty about something? No way you'd call in a bunch of sketchy characters like us for help otherwise. Don't call us sketchy in front of the damn client. Part of why I came to you is because this is a matter that requires discretion. I can get into why, but first, could you accept my request? Depends. Well, if you've got reason to be hush-hush about this, we'll hear you out. Thank you so much. So, allow me to explain. You know about Vashtar Palace, right? Well, the other day, it was made off limits to everyone. Yeah, we know about that already. We know the reason why, too. I suspect the CID is the one who made that order, though I highly doubt they knew all the details when they did so. Vashtar Palace is one of the key destinations of the tour, so needless to say, people were bummed when they heard the news. But I also let something else slip last night at dinner. I mentioned there were rumors of a hidden tunnel that connected the underground ruins to the palace. But that's not all. One couple pressed me to tell them how to get into the underground ruins. I know full well how dangerous that place can be, but they, let me guess. They slid some mirror your way and you spilled the beans. Yes, it's shameful, I know. Shameful doesn't even begin to describe that, my dude. You put their lives in danger. No. I may have been inebriated last night, but there's no excuse for what I did. Anyway, fast forward to this morning after I woke up. I tried checking on that couple, but they were nowhere to be found. Almost certain they went to the underground ruins. That's not good. I've been beating myself up over this. I know this won't make up for it, but I'm going to use my own money, including the amount I was given last night, to pay you for this request. Please, bring them back safely, I'm begging you. Don't worry, we've taken the job, so you got our guarantee we'll bring them back safe and sound. Though you can bet your ass we'll be taking the cash. Of course, thank you so much. Now that that's settled, where's the entrance you told them about? I assume you didn't inform them of every entrance point, yes? Of course not. I don't even know where all of them are. I told them about two of them. The one near the market in the North District, and the one next to the department store in the East District. We can easily search both of them on our own. Yeah, though keep in mind we're running up against the clock here. If we don't think we can finish in time, we'll pass this one over to the guild. Sound good? Hey, Chessmaster. Afternoon to you. Yes, that's fine. I still have tours to conduct, so I'll leave the rest to you all. If anything happens, please contact me. Just had to be the underground ruins. We must do something about this. I know. Thankfully they don't have an access key, so there's no way they could have gotten far in. But they ain't out of the woods. There are monsters roaming near the entrances. True. We should make haste. Should we search the one near the market? That one's closer to the palace. Yeah, we'll hit that one first.
Time to get our hands dirty.
Alright. Well, it's McDonald's anyway, because the Popeyes Bayou last night was temporarily closed.
Kids are always so full.
West.
This stuff's straight from the free cities. Don't miss it.
Halt. This place is off limits. It's a police officer. Man, what a pain in the ass. Actually, we got business in there. We're Arkwright Solutions, correct? Oh, it's a shady police officer. You know about us? Oh. No, he's from Ikaruga. Must be guarding this entrance. So that was merely a disguise. Obviously. Damn, you could give a certain phantom thief lady I know a run for her money. Shut up. I mean, never mind. Well, you know where we are, so why not let us through? This is Ikaruga territory. We cannot let you through without a valid reason. First, state your business. A pair of tourists may have wandered underground from this entrance. We received a request to search for them. Oh, was this pair composed of a young man and woman by any chance? You've seen them? Yes, not too long ago I told them exactly what I told you, that this area was off limits. I imagine they would have backed off if you were in your disguise. Yeah, no doubt. Well then, I'd say our business here is concluded. You will excuse me. He's gone. All the Ikaruga Jaegers are on his level, and it's no wonder they're known as the strongest corps in the East. We should return to our search. If they were chased away, there's only one place could have gone. And that is the underground ruins entrance next to the East District's department store. Right, let's get moving. Notice there's this thing, but it still makes you ask, are they really doing Psychos in the 2 hours they must progress the story with?
Straight from the free cities. Don't miss it.
I mean, they talked about using the 4 SPGs as a way to go about looking out for information. So they're kind of scoping out the territory while helping out people for money. I don't see that as too much of a bad thing. I mean, they have the spare time. What else are they going to do? Just sit on their hands? Jacobin's group always gets things done. We must get our message out to the ignorant masses. Are you giving me those looks? Do you perhaps think I'm up to something suspicious? And allow me to set the record straight. I'm just doing my duty as a descendant of the old coward nobility. And that duty is the eradication of the filth that seeks to destroy the customs of old. Mark my words, we will cleanse the city of those vile immigrants. Equality of all races be damned. I can't believe what I'm hearing. He's not even trying to hide his contempt. You don't often see people so outwardly racist these days. This guy legit doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. I will never understand why our noble ancestors were stripped of their power. I know the royal family was overthrown in the revolution, but the classist system could have prevailed. It didn't have to be upended to make way for these filthy immigrants. But it's 2 hours. Even with that amount of time, it can go by quickly if you get too into whatever it is you're doing. I mean, Van's whole thing was saying, like, if we can't get the quest done by then, we'll hand it over to the guild and such. He's aware of the time constraints. What? These fools are making a mess of the underground areas? Yeah, I saw it myself. Can't let them screw around on our home turf. As you say, then I'm in complete agreement. I say we send them back to wherever they came from. We'll show them the might of the High Bloods. We'll do as the nobles of old did with intruders. Subjugate and dispose. Ah shit, not these guys again. Guess I should have realized we might run into them here. Their home turf, after all. Doesn't sound like they've learned their lesson. Up to something for sure. Guess I ought to keep an eye on them.
Well,
Don't let those fools run wild on our turf. We shouldn't be hard to crush them. Should have come to that. Perhaps this is a good opportunity to show people that we mean business, and that we are far superior to the old High Bloods gang. They got a lot of guts messing around on our home turf. This is up to us to teach them a lesson. I wonder who they're talking about. I heard an entire village was annihilated. How is that even possible? Well, I believe this shall serve as a grim reminder that we must never let the lower class hold power. Ugh. After all, the Mafia is made of low-born fools, no? This is undeniable proof that when those of lower standing achieve power and wealth, they will resort to barbaric behavior. What's going on over here? Trying to spot who it is inside the building. It is on the upper floor. Maybe you understand as having done a great job, but I just feel like they're doing too much to kill time and information gathering. They are perfectly within their bounds. You're just being overly nitpicky when 2 hours in a town is honestly a decent amount of time. I mean, I've been talking to literally everybody here, and it's only been an hour and 18 minutes. There have been some hubbub about the Arasi, and also grinding. Don't forget, I was grinding in the underground for a little bit to afford some of the things in the shops. And still, only 1 hour and 18 minutes. You can do a lot in 2 hours. There's been some hubbub about the Arasion Trust Bank lagging behind the banks in the capital in Longport. The people spreading that garbage need to look beyond the simple numbers. There's more to finance and assets and liabilities. For example, the price of land in Arasion is through the roof, as are the average savings of its citizens. Public trust is also high. Our growth may not be rapid, but it is stable. For my money, I think we're doing an excellent job supporting our country's economy. Greetings, welcome to Hotel Leclerc. Weird name, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but probably not. Leclerc? If you're here to book a room, then I'm sorry, you'll have to make reservations in advance. The reservation system was put in place to ensure the safety of our guests. We hope you understand. We're nearly fully booked, and there have been a large number of dinner parties here lately. It's been hard for people to reserve rooms. Upstairs. Welcome to Hotel Leclerc. Do you have business with one of our guests? If you do, please talk to one of our staff members. They'll be able to connect you to them. As far as lodgings are concerned, we use a reservation system. VIPs from around the country and celebrities use our hotel, so we hope you understand. So who is shown over here? Oh, Xiao. It's not uncommon for the government in Heiyue to form friendly agreements when necessary. In fact, the previous administration was quite helpful during the days when I was in Crossbell. The current government is very agreeable as well. However, we are all quite wary of the current president. We have to be careful while he's in power. He did not have much to say, and some extra event. On that, you have nothing to fear, I assure you. You have no shortage of personnel. And proceed according to our agreement. We shall be accommodating to your needs, within reason, of course. Many thanks. I hope this will serve as the start of a long-lasting relationship with your organization. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, if it isn't the good people of Arkride Solutions. I'm gonna guess that the bubble to trigger the event, for whatever reason, did not cover his whole person. So we shouldn't have been able to get that line of dialogue before triggering this event, but whatever. It isn't the good people of Arkride Solutions. It isn't even lunchtime and you're already up to no good. Why the hell are you calling Renee? What kind of bullshit are you two cooking? I would thank you not call me by my name while I'm on duty, or even while I'm off from that matter. Kincaid? Oh, that's the guy from the CID. He's a presidential aide, right? Tell me, why might a government official be having a friendly chat with an executive of Hayway? You were simply going over the events of this morning. That's all? As in, what that Hercules unit did? Indeed. To be more specific, we are forming an agreement to ensure that such an event does not repeat. Desperate times call for desperate measures. After the incident, we realized the backup plan had to be put in place. Does that mean Hayway's already taken action? Yes, that's correct. We have men stationed all around the perimeter of Aracion. We originally planned to bring them inside the city as reinforcements, but as you know, the rules strictly forbid such a thing. Makes sense. Guessing your plan to seize control of the city as soon as this is all done. The thought crossed my mind, though there's no guarantee we'd be successful even if we did try. Really are a sneaky son of a bitch. I want to ask you something, man. Are you thinking up an escape plan for the people of Aracion? If you are, I would advise against doing so. I know you're an expert at finding loopholes, but now is the time. Now's the time to hedge our bets. I know, goes without saying. And while we're at it, I'll advise you both to keep your scheming to a bare minimum. I know your glasses-wearing types do shit on the regular, but stop. How rude. That sort of caricature borders on prejudice. Would you agree, Kincaid? Don't put me in the same category as him. There we go, and I'm assuming nothing new here. Yep, nothing new to say. Probably should have not been able to trigger that text box before triggering the event. What's going on over here? Are you guys travelers? You want your shoes shined? I'll do it for 50 mirror each. How about it? I'm trying to earn some money so I can help my mom. She's really sick. Poor kid. Yep, the wealth disparity in the city is pretty brutal. This kind of thing ain't uncommon in Aracion. How about I show you around the city? You don't even have to tip me if you don't want to. I'm just happy helping people. Though I'd be grateful if you did. This income isn't enough to cover my mom's medical expenses, so I'm trying to earn a little money myself. Literally have no option to do anything, so let's keep moving. Can't believe Cray Village is gone. Not even the children were spared. I've looked after many kids in gospel facilities over the years, so this is heartbreaking for me. We must protect the orphanage here at all costs. I supported it for many years, and I won't let anything happen to it. I'm sure there's a few people from Cray Village who've lost their families and homes. I'd like to reach out to those people and help them in some way. I'm already thinking about getting in touch with the church in the capital so we can figure out how we can support them. When I heard the news of the tragedy, it didn't feel real at first. That's why I've come here, both to pray and to face reality. Just because Aracion is safe doesn't mean we can turn a blind eye to what happened. Doing that would be wrong. But it's still so difficult. I'm trying to put on a brave face for my son, but I'm not sure if it's all that convincing. I go to the Grand Cathedral every week, but this time everyone looks sad. Even Mommy looks down in the dumps. What should I do? Should I act sad too? Well, that does make Mommy even sadder. We're currently holding a memorial mass for all the lives that were lost in the attack on Cray Village. Many are mourning for our fallen Calvardian brothers and sisters. The bishop is hosting the mass. We'll offer a few words of prayer so that they may find peace. Anyone who wants to pray alongside him is welcome.
Not this way.
Here's the cathedral. I imagine it's quite serene inside. Probably. We can visit another time. I just can't believe it. Well, I suppose I'm not going to the capital now. Yes, the state of emergency is still in effect in Edith, I'm afraid. Though I don't think you'll be able to spend your vacation there. Perhaps you could spend it here in Aracion instead. I know it's not what you had planned, but there's plenty of things to do around the city. I'm sure your husband would feel better about that anyway, given the current state of affairs. And what on earth are you talking about? Do you really think I'm feeling sad simply because I cannot go to the capital? How can I be worried about my vacation plans when so many people were just taken from us? But my apologies. I should have realized you weren't concerned about that. As long as you understand. Now then, shall we go in and pray? I think I'll be able to return to my day-to-day life with peace of mind once I know the departed are resting by the goddess's side.
Indeed.
There is no high or low standing when it comes to praying for those who've lost their lives. I want to pray with everyone for a while. Then I'll have to get ready for that social club tonight. I still can't believe they're holding those events at a time like this. I have to attend at my husband's place, even though it feels as though the world's on fire. Every time you hear Aracion, you can't help but think of Fairy Tale and other series like it from the same creator. Yeah, the Aras. Well, spelled the same except for the last O. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the weird squiggle over the O makes it ah instead of own. And I'm pretty sure they pronounced it Aracion in Fairy Tale, didn't they? Her husband would not normally approve of her mingling with the lower class, but I believe an exception can be made in this case. There's no harm in praying with everyone. However, she must attend the rest of the events as planned. She may not want to, but she has to.
Alrighty.
As always, Aracion is at the mercy of the winds of the upper class. While the capital has adopted a number of technological advancements, this place is stuck in the past, and the people seem content with that. And of course, the people at the bottom of the social ladder are the ones who suffer the most as a result. I hate taking business trips to this place. I just want to be back home already. One of our very own bracers died fighting that mafia group. Ah, so that's the excuse that they used. Actually, I don't think the term mafia group fits them anymore. They're terrorists, plain and simple. They must be stopped at all costs. And I believe the CID's Special Ops Division can take them out once and for all. Those terrorists are still at large, so we have to do our utmost to protect the citizenry. We also have many tourists coming into the city every day. I promise that we won't let you people down. We're gonna get cutscene the moment we enter the department store. How do you enjoy your meal? One of Father's regular clients invested in that restaurant, you know. Well, it was acceptable, I suppose, but I'd much rather received a gift in the form of a princess's dress and a tiara than cuisine. It's every girl's dream to travel the world while being dressed like the princesses of the old kingdom. Oh, well, I'm sure we can make that happen. I'll ask Father right away. I'll make your dreams come true. Promise. Don't make promises you don't know you can keep. I think I'll keep my expectations in check. Every girl's dream to be a princess. They're prim, proper, elegant, beautiful, and intelligent. Most importantly, they always have a dashing prince by their side. And then will really be the prince of my dreams. Being a Fairy Tale, you kind of been slacking on the 100-year quest. I've been watching it. It's been pretty good, I think. The manga rather than the anime. Ah. Yeah, I just been watching the anime. Didn't feel like reading the manga for it. Wasn't that invested. Read ahead. Who would have thought my fiancé would be so demanding? Father made an interesting choice, that's for sure. No matter, I'll do whatever I must to make my future bride's dreams come true. Ironically, because there's finally an anime. Ah. So you're just watching the show rather than reading the manga. Which, I mean, you could do whatever you want. Some people enjoy reading it. I enjoy, I enjoy watching the show. When they're not being weird, especially weird with it. which stinks because they like making it very weird every so often. But this is the famous Quincy department store. I feel like I've heard that name before. It's hardly surprising. The Quincy Bell brand is known throughout the world. They are most commonly known as the Quincy Company, and this just happens to be their main headquarters. Oh yeah, I've had their chocolate before. Yes, I recall giving you some back in Basel. Must be hyped to be here. Quincy stuff ain't half bad, I'll admit, but everything in their lineup is too damn expensive. Costs way more than it's worth. True enough, but you can't deny it makes for a great gift.
Your car will be here in a moment, sir.
Fancy. He has a unique model too, so
What's
he's
my
definitely
schedule for
someone
today?
special.
Our first stop will be at Etoise's offices.
Who's that? He looks like an important person. Name's Edmond Auclair. Oh. He's the CEO of the Quincy Company and head of Veracion's most well-known family. What? Auclair... Wait, isn't that... Yes. Even the eye color is the same.
Is something the matter, sir?
Must be my imagination.
Nothing. Let's be off.
Oh, that was Elaine's dad? Wait, so she's the daughter of the Quincy Company's president? Sure sounds that way. I remember seeing that in the papers at some point. It's not like it's a secret or anything. Though Elaine and her dad never acknowledged it publicly. I see. Oh, so are you acquainted with him by any chance? Not really. Might have met him a long time ago, but I can't say I remember doing it. Anyway, let's check out what they've got in stock here. We should also drop by the equipment stores too. Agreed. This is a good opportunity to stock up. Hopefully we can actually buy what we need from here. Alright, sweetie, we're not going to let that dreadful news get between us and our shopping time. Remember, money's no object. You may buy whatever you'd like. You have the maids, we'll have the maids carry it all back home later. Since my stingy husband is nowhere to be found, I'm putting myself in charge of the family budget, and I say we're going to shop until we drop.
Okay.
Let's see, I want Quincy Bell's chocolate cake and Madeline's. Oh, and I want some fancy clothes. I want to look like a proper lady. We can buy, and can we buy some jewelry? I want real jewelry. Oil. Spoken to Bell. How do you pronounce that with the hat? Belforet Fine Goods. Please take a look at what we have to offer. The Quincy Company uses only the highest quality fruits and dairy products in making sweets. We have our own supply routes that let us procure the best ingredients on the market. And those routes aren't impacted by the state of emergency, so we won't have any trouble with keeping our shelves stocked.
What can I do for you?
Soul Chef Order. I hate not being able to afford stuff. That's a lot of pearl rings.
Welcome to the Quincy Department Store, a bastion of history and culture. In our store, you'll find products of only the highest quality that uphold Calvert's noble traditions.
Well,
hope you
we can
enjoy
afford
shopping with us today.
the Soul Chef Burger now. And a truffle cookie.
See you again.
Alright. Cookie.
I'm full.
Welcome. How may I help you today? You can find all sorts of sweets here.
Welcome to
In
the
fact,
Quincy
we've got
Department
all our
Store,
Quincy Bell sweets in
bastion
stock
of
right now.
history and culture.
They make for wonderful gifts, especially for that special someone.
In our
Why not
store,
buy a
you'll
few
find
packs?
products of only the highest quality.
Well,
We have plenty of affordable offerings these days, but we also sell premium goods that the old Calvardian royal family used to love.
We hope you enjoy shopping.
Hey, Mr. East Energy. How's it going? These sweets have been well liked by Eastern royal families for generations. One might say our products transcend national borders and cultures.
We have full confidence in our products.
Oh my goodness. Got done playing a section
We
of
await
this.
your next visit.
Very well.
I see. We'll grind later because I think we're gonna have to kill a few enemies in the underground, close to the 100-hour mark. I am at 95 hours, 39 minutes.
In our store, you'll
So we're
find
pretty
products
close in that.
only the highest
Hey,
quality
I sell weapons and
that uphold
silverwork here.
Calvert's noble
I've been doing business in this department store for a long time, but our production methods haven't changed a bit.
shopping with us.
The Quincy Company's been looking out for my little shop for a long time now. I'm in debt to them. Anyhow, this style of craftsmanship was once loved by the nobility of old, and it's still popular today. I feel blessed, honestly.
Alrighty.
His name's Gaston. There are many workshops dealing in silver accessories and swords. They're symbols of the old nobility. As time has passed and things have changed, so too did the workshops. They inherited traditional crafting methods and styles. How's Nightmare been for me?
In our store, you'll find products of only the
It hasn't been
highest
too bad at all, really.
that uphold Calvert's noble.
There have only been a few instances where I've had to deliberately try and build against a boss that I'm fighting. But, yeah, otherwise everything's manageable. See, I'm happy that my workshop and the Quincy Company can work together to protect the old ways of doing things. No one runs a crafting workshop
you
like
need
Gaston.
something?
Welcome to the Quincy Department Store, a bastion of history and culture.
I do not
Please come
blame
again.
Chessmaster. That is,
In our store, you'll find
it's pretty good.
only the highest
Hey,
quality
look, it's
that
Ouroboros
uphold Calvert's
and Ren.
noble traditions.
This elevator will take you to the Quincy Company's headquarters. If you have business there, you will need to schedule an appointment. Though the president has been busier than usual these past few days, so I doubt you'll be able to see him anytime soon. Well, toggle event. Oh, it's been much too long since we saw each other last. I missed you ever so much. I can hardly believe that our darling little Ren has grown into such a refined young lady. It brings a tear to my eye.
Still as melodramatic as ever, I see.
Yes.
You haven't changed at all, Retzi. And that goes for you as well, Walter. You really ought to learn how to dress like an adult.
Nah, screw that. Got myself a badass new bike, so I'm gonna dress the part. Besides, at least I'm not a fashion disaster like this old asshole.
That's par for the course with Elroy. Though I do hear his behavior has worsened as the years have gone by.
He's become old and cranky. You don't know the half of it, sweetie. He has become increasingly temperamental, more so than even McBurn. Well, McBurn has technically calmed down since he got some of his old memory back, or whatever it was.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't compare me to that demon. And I'm not the only one who's changed here. You have too, Ren. For better and for worse.
Why, thank you. That's the highest compliment I could receive from a man like you. After all, you only have eyes for yourself, so I must have grown quite a bit if it made an impression on you.
Hey now, I'm not that self-centered. Give me a little credit here. Anyway, you can live your life however you please. It's no skin off my back if you seek a mundane existence. But if you ever crave the life of the thrill again, give me a call. I'd be happy to challenge you in a game of slaughter.
You're on. But fair warning, when it comes to slaughtering, I have no equal.
Oh boy, am I about to witness the throwdown of the century? I'm not sure who I should root for. Would it be wrong to cheer them both on? Y'all, this is the department store, not the world's bloodiest coliseum. Oh, I didn't even see you there. We meet again. Enjoying your morning stroll, I take it. Good job yesterday. Got a nice reward prepared for you. And that's more for SPGs. Already aware. We'll take care of them. Having fun reconnecting with your found family? Aaron, we're just catching up is all. I like to stay in touch with old friends. However, I do a good job keeping them at arm's length, unlike you with Heiwei. Wow, that's a low blow. So, what are you all doing here? This isn't exactly a normal meetup spot. We all bumped into each other while buying stuff. and after checkout, we decided to shoot the shit for a while. Ren purchased tea, I got boxing gloves, Lucrezia bought perfume, and Boss picked out some cigars. One of my favorite perfumers sells their wares here, so I simply had to stop by. I was fresh out of cigars. Would have been in hot water if this place didn't stock them, but I was in luck. Well, I think we should be heading back to base. You're staying at the hotel near the North District's underground entrance, yes? Got it. If you ever need me, drop by the bar there. We'll see you all at noon. Oh, they may be friendly, but I always feel so tense around them. Always gotta watch out for those types. That's especially true for the Oathbreaker. Marduk has tentatively labeled him as an SS-level threat. And I only say tentatively because his background and day-to-day activities are a complete mystery even to us. I've heard bits and pieces, and they don't paint the most flattering picture, to put it nicely. I'll have to be extra careful around him then. I don't imagine he'll cause you too many problems while you're working with them. But you would do well to stay on guard around them all the same. Harwood especially. It's not to discount the other two, of course. They'd probably outmatch him in raw power. He's not a martial artist like Walter, and he doesn't have any special powers like Retzi. However, he's still an Anguis, and you can never be too careful around them. I don't fully know what he's capable of, though, so that's about all the advice I can offer you. But I will share one little known fact. Thousand Oathbreaker isn't his only title. He's also known as the Savant Lawbreaker. That sounds ominous. Any idea how he picked up that nickname? Well, most groups that have stood in his way have reportedly and conveniently been silenced. Those cases were labeled as unfortunate accidents, inexplicable internal strife, or something else to that effect. One such case involved a company with criminal connections making a series of asinine mistakes, resulting in crippling debt and ultimately ruin. The authorities wrote off the deaths as cause unknown or coincidental. But if you ask anyone from the underworld about it, they'll tell you those assessments are patently false. So he commits all these crimes, but he's never been charged with a single one of them. Slippery eel, that one. His crimes will catch up to him sooner or later, right? No. Well, I should be getting back to the guild. They're completely swamped right now. I wish you all luck. Make sure you come back safely, alright? You will. Thanks, Ren. What is it, Ben? You look lost in thought. Is something troubling you? Yeah. That conversation reminded me of something I forgot to make very clear to our clients. Oh? What do you mean? Don't worry about it. I just need to go see him before the second round begins. We'll drop by the hotel bar later. I'm down for that. But we might benefit from another look around the area, too.
In our store, you'll find products.
There's our client for one of our jobs. Hey, you're Amelie, right? Yes, and who are you exactly? We're reporters. The local paper wants to do a piece on the upcoming recital at the Opera House. We'd like to ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind. Oh, alright. I suppose it makes sense. Our school's annual recital always attracts a lot of attention. That's the story he's going with this time. The fact I'm getting used to this is a little frightening. I'd be happy to oblige. Ask me whatever you'd like. Well, let's get right into it then. Could you tell us how preparations for the recital have been going? Quite well, as a matter of fact. This year's performance is shaping up to be even better than the last. Nice to hear. Oh yeah, someone told me this year's leading lady is a Central Eastern gal. That true? Yes, that's correct. Her name's Nellie. Are you two acquainted? Of course. We both attend the same music academy after all. However, I wouldn't exactly call us the closest of friends, or friends at all, really. Oh, why's that? There's some kind of bad blood between you two? Oh, not at all. It's nothing like that. Though I do find her rather irritating, to be perfectly honest. In fact, just looking at her gets my blood boiling. Sounds pretty suspect. Think she's our culprit? Not necessarily. Let's not jump the gun here. You aren't the first person who said she's aggravating. It sounds like she may have a difficult personality. Perhaps this recital would be better off without her. What? No, I don't agree with that at all. You don't? I'm surprised to hear that. We heard you would serve as her replacement should she step away. Are you saying you don't have any interest in being the lead? Of course I do. But the fact of the matter is, the school cast her in the lead role over me, and I have no reason to object to their decision. As much as it pains me to admit, Ellie's one step ahead of me at the moment anyway. If you were unable to perform, this entire recital would be in shambles. Sounds like you think pretty highly of this girl. I thought you said you didn't like her. I don't, not one bit. Ellie is blessed with all these wonderful talents, and yet she withdraws into her shell time and again just because she's an immigrant. The other performers and I had no idea how to interact with her for a while. However, we were all struck by her determination and diligence in time. Everyone at the academy holds her in the highest regard. But she's still so self-loathing. Yeah, that girl frustrates me to no end. Why can't she just be more confident in herself? Oh, she really cares about her. This chick's only pretending to hate our client. What a waste of time. Now, don't be like that. Said everyone at the academy respects her, yes? Does that include all the people in the recital as well? That's right. Everyone believes we'll be able to pull off a tremendous performance with her at the center. Sounds like she's pretty special. I got another question. You know anyone out there outside the recital who knows she's the lead performer? That's an odd thing to ask. Well, it's not as though we've been keeping it a secret. Although we haven't officially announced the program or the performers yet. Although I'm not surprised reporters such as yourselves are in the know, I don't think many are aware that Nellie's the lead. Oh, actually, there's one person who knows. A man running a survey asked me some questions about the recital not too long ago. Can you tell us more about him? Certainly. He was running a survey in the North District Marketplace. As I recall, it was about racial harmony in the immigrants living in Aracion. During the survey, he asked me if I had any detailed anecdotes regarding the theme. He seemed to be supportive of immigrants, so I told him about Nellie and the recital. I'm afraid I can't think of anyone else who might know about her, though. That's alright. Been a huge help, so thanks. Anytime. Best of luck with writing your article. What article? Good day. Well, we did learn a lot, at least. Unfortunately, we lost our only lead in the process. Before we start worrying about that, let's report back to Nellie. You have another shop to look at. Matilda. If you're looking for high-quality clothing, then look no further. Our ceremonial dresses are made with impeccable material quality. They're quite popular with the upper class. Even tourists like to splurge here, as a matter of fact. Things have been rather bleak as of late, but even in times like these, you can't neglect your need for self-care. And clothing is self-care. Buying a new pair of clothes brings peace to one's heart and mind. It's also important to dress to impress, and there's nothing more impressive than our dresses.
Please, take a close look.
We can't afford any of this. And all these are very expensive, but we could probably make these if we figure out where the crafting stations are.
Welcome to the Quincy Department Store, a bastion of history and culture.
You're always welcome here.
Yeah, we'll come back here after we do the quests, because we'll be able to earn some money. Well, this is the place. Just realized we don't know which group is using this entrance. I imagine Ren has looked into it already. Should we ask her? We don't got the time for that. I didn't see anyone who looked like our tourists on the way over. They might already be inside. Yeah, they probably are. Alright, you guys, there's no telling what'll happen in there, so stay on guard. In we go. Stay away, stay away! Oh my. This is not good. That man is being attacked. Let's help him. Am I going to die here? Nope. Not if I can help it. Who are you people? We'll talk later. Stay back. Okay. Commencing counteroffensive.
I'll take you on.
Oh, I don't have craft points.
Sucker!
I shall handle this.
That's a great time for a shard boost. Engaging skill.
Sucker!
Here I go.
Engaging. Boost gauge upgraded. I won't let this chance slip by.
Almost.
Gotcha.
I won't lose. There.
Sucker. Gotcha.
10 EXP. Are you hurt at all? No, I'm okay. Wait, no, I'm not. Please help me. Huh? But all the enemies are dead. Hold on a moment. Aren't there 2 tourists we needed to save? My girlfriend's in danger. She's deeper in. How'd she get deeper in? You guys bracers? No, it doesn't matter. Whoever you are, please just save her. Don't tell me you abandoned her to save your own hide. Of course not. I was trying to save her. You're just wandering around and minding your own business, and those things came out of nowhere and attacked us. They had us cornered, so I used myself as bait to lure them away from her. Wow, you got some serious backbone. Alright, you head on back up to the surface and wait for us. We'll rescue your girl. You mean it? Of course. We'll take care of her. Then I'll leave it to you. You're my only hope, so please rescue her. Now, let's go find her. I wouldn't be surprised if she was at the end. Bear in mind, the layout is identical to the other entrances, so both the left and right paths will take the same amount of time to traverse. I'm not sensing any monsters nearby, so we should be able to make a sprint for it. Aw. Are there any pots to break? No pots to break either. They just wanted to make this as easy to program as they could. Jaegers? There she is. Looks like these guys did the saving for us. It must be one of the teams in the game. Guessing this is their turf. Careful, these guys are Jaegers for sure. I've never seen them here in the Republic before, but I doubt the good news. Got it. So if they aren't Needhog, they must be... Hey, you guys are Scorpions as a Ha, right? I take it you're one of the other participating teams? Yeah, Arkwright Solutions. Wait, that's the name of the team that thrashed the head honcho of round 1. You may have been eliminated, but this is still our base of operations. What business do you have here? None with you, but we do have business with the woman that sprawled out on the floor. Don't tell me she's... No, she's simply unconscious. And what do you want with her? We're here to get her out of here. Mind handing her over? I should have figured that's what you wanted. Unfortunately, our answer is no. But why? Because she saw our faces. What? We cannot allow civilians to bear witness to that. That's why we have no choice but to make her disappear. So you're merely covering your tracks. But why go that far? You're planning to kill her just because she saw your faces? That's messed up, and we're not going to let that happen. You look like you're a Jaeger, and quite a young one at that. In that case, let me educate you on something you should already understand. Every corps has their own rules they must abide by. That's what it means to be a Jaeger. If you cannot come to terms with that, then in my eyes you're nothing more than an immature little girl. Shut the hell up, assholes. Might be a Jaeger, but right now she's an assistant at my office. And I'm not gonna let you diss one of my employees like that. And we're gonna play this thing by my rules. Here's how it's gonna go down. Yeah, we could be reasonable for once. Let me level with you. Killing her is just about the dumbest thing you can do with this situation. Oh, and why is that? It's possible that taking this girl's life could wind up leading to a rule violation. I don't know about you, but some of us aren't ready to be called home without... aren't ready to be called home to be with the goddess. As I checked, the rules do not forbid the act of killing civilians, just leaking information to them. True, but consider this. What if someone reports that girl is missing? It might arouse the curiosity of a journalist in search of a story or a police officer with a burning sense of justice. They could end up blowing this whole thing wide open and also blow us up in the process. I'd say it's best to play it safe and let her go. I think you're reaching. Oh, and there's another thing you ought to worry about. If you harm a hair in that girl's head, you're gonna have a giant target painted on your backs. In case you didn't know, the Bracer Guild's in the business of protecting civilians. And you might set to tip them off if you don't hand her over to us. Are you threatening us? Of course not. But we are the guild subcontractors, so we're obligated to report to him if anything happens to her. It's like I said earlier, got your rules you have to follow, and we've got ours too. Way to throw their words back in their stupid faces. Look at him whipping out the subcontractor bit, only when it's inconvenient. Ugh. That was hard to say for some reason. If you ask me, you are putting your head in the lion's mouth. I'm a nice guy though, so I promise I won't snitch on you if you give her over to us unarmed. I can just report that she was found by a bunch of meatheads who were playing airsoft. They'd probably buy that. Airsoft? You have that in this universe? I doubt she'd blab because this place is supposed to be off limits. Plan's foolproof, and everyone wins. We get the girl and you get out of this unscathed. Very well. I don't see any reason to turn down your offer. Great, sounds like we got a deal. Now then, we'll just take her with us and be on our way. The female tourist rode Zeros back to the surface, and Van's group joined her soon afterward. Thank you so much for saving us. Well, we may not have been able to if those airsoft players didn't find you first. Though they did get an earful from the police after the fact. Anyway, no more wandering into dangerous places like that, got it? You don't have to tell me twice. I'd rather not die if I can help it. Well, I'm glad these two came out unharmed. It's all thanks to you. Good thing you contacted the bracers, huh? You can always count on them to keep us safe. Sorry, but we aren't bracers. You aren't? Nope. We're Outright Solutions. Dramatic. We ain't allies at justice like the bracers, but if you're in a jam, we'll get you out of it. For the right price, of course. Oh, you're fixers. I had no idea. We'll make sure to remember that. I'm looking forward to the day I can send you all a request. Respectfully, I don't think that's something you should be looking forward to.
Well done, everyone.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Okay. What's up? What the heck is airsoft anyway? That doesn't sound like a fun sport to me. Those guys are like Jaegers, so I guess we should count ourselves lucky we made it out safe and sound. I can't believe we did something so stupid. We only came here to enjoy ourselves.
Well...
I can't believe they got so angry just because I saw their faces. Those guys are terrifying. We got through it thanks to you guys. I'll make sure to take the warnings of tour guides seriously from now on. Now that these two are okay, I'm gonna get back to work. I'll need to reflect on my mistakes so that this never happens again. Thank you so much, everyone. We have 6,839 Mira. I would very much like to have a little bit more than that, but we'll worry about that later. Right now we got to do the other quest. And see if we can afford what we want to afford then. Also, how close are we to the next updo? The next rank up?
That's how it goes.
One more side quest. So, did you talk with Emily? Yeah, did. Let's move this conversation back to our room. Van relayed what they heard from Amelie. Emily really said all that? Sure did. It's doubtful she penned that letter. You look relieved. I am. I totally had the wrong idea about her this whole time. Oh, she really thinks of me as a rival. Glad we got that sorted out. That means the number of suspects has dropped down to 0. If Emily didn't write it, then who in the world did? We're back to square one, it seems. Actually, we might be one step closer to the truth. I'm thinking our perp was setting her up to take the blame. Wait, what? You don't think they were trying to frame her? What do you mean? Look at it from this perspective. Emily has the most to gain if you dropped out. She's the type to be easily misunderstood, and like I said before, she's a descendant of the old Horacian nobility. Anyone would think she's suspicious with a capital S. It's a plausible theory, especially if our perpetrator holds anti-immigrant views. Is it that one noble that we saw? After all, she herself is an ally of immigrants. She's an ideal target for them. I can see that. If you start pointing fingers at playing the blame game, then it's all the better for them. They must think they're so clever. Can't wait to bust their heads. Do we have any idea who they are? I got a hunch. We should look into whoever's behind that survey. Thing stinks to high heaven. You think so? I thought Amali said the person giving surveys was pro-immigrant. Yeah, I doubt that. While it's true the number of people with pro-immigrant beliefs are on the rise, in Racian, those voices are drowned out by the choir of anti-immigrant sentiment. So, if the results of that survey got posted, what do you think it'd look like? Well, it'd probably skew in favor of the people who hold those anti-immigrant beliefs. Bingo. If you were conducting the survey in good faith, doing it here would fly in the face of common sense. That's exactly why I think the whole thing is bogus. Do you think the person doing the survey could be connected to the anti-immigrant movement? That's exactly what I think. If you connect to a hate group or a racist asshole in a position of power. But their goal this whole time was to root out people who support immigrants. How dare they do something so vile? We can't let them get away with this. And we won't. Make sure they get what's coming to them, and we don't have to be picky about how we go about it. Personally though, I want to do something that'll really rile them up, and I know just how to do that. Huh? There's some kind of gathering over there. Wonder what it is. Oh, 2 students from the Music Academy are performing. And one of them is Central Eastern. But here's the plan. We're gonna use decoys to lure them out. We'll need you and Amelie to perform on the street. Wait, you're using me as a decoy? That's what you meant by something that'll really rile them up. I imagine that'll be effective in drawing them out of the shadows, however I don't know how we'll tell them apart. Also, we can't corner them without any proof. I know, and that's where the third decoy comes in. I'm thinking our perp is using the survey to find people who are pro-immigration. They might even have a running list of targets. So, if someone was cheering Nelly on, they might make contact so they can add another name to it. Right, they would consider them a traitorous countryman. It's a sound plan. So who's gonna be the third decoy? I wanna bag this asshole myself, so I'm out. I think the best person for the job would be... I feel like Agnes would be the one who is least likely to stand out and also has a noble-ish look. So I'm thinking I'm gonna choose Agnes. Agnes, you up for this? Me? Not that I'm opposed, but why her? Because she fulfills all the requirements. Well, she seems timid at first glance, so they'd likely think she'd be easy to deal with. The perfect decoy. I'm not sure I love the assessment, but alright, I'll play the part. Okay, so that takes care of that. Have I figured out how we're gonna catch this asshole? Yeah, we're gonna need Agnes to... I mean, I'm assuming it's the handwriting sample. But, I mean, both of those are technically logical, in a way. I'll choose record the conversation, see what happens. Record the conversation. That'll be our evidence. That may not be enough on its own. We also need to get good point. That would definitely seal the deal. Understood. I'll do my best. I guess they don't... I guess they're not a... Like, this place is a... what is it called? Is it a... Is it like a two-party state where it's like only one side needs permission to record? That's settled. You okay with this plan? Absolutely. I'll reset it after we see what happens, and then just skip through the whole thing. I'm just glad Amelie agreed so readily. He was rather indignant when we explained the situation. She might come off as having a chip on her shoulder, but she has a strong sense of justice. I can respect that. People are starting to gather. The culprit may already be present. Keep your eyes peeled. Isn't she an immigrant? She's got some nerve. Who cares about that? She has a lovely singing voice. I can't believe I get to hear such beautiful music on the street. No wonder this place is called the City of Art Tradition. So that damn immigrant didn't heed my warning. That is one hell of a beard. Who convinced you to do that? You should slap him in the face. Well, at least I've been able to make good use of this opportunity. That guy's been approaching a lot of people. And he has a survey in his hand. He must be the one. I need to get close without raising a suspicion. That was incredible! You're both amazing singers. I wish I was half as talented as you. Hello, young lady. Might I have a moment of your time? Sure. Is something the matter? No, not at all. I was just curious about your thoughts on that performance. Did you enjoy it? Oh, yes, very much so. I thought it was splendid. Wonderful. I agree wholeheartedly. Did you know that one of the performers is from the Central East? Yes, I noticed that. They were great, weren't they? Well, it was right. Sorry, you didn't catch that. Keep your internal thoughts internal, buddy. Oh, think nothing of it. My name is Jacob, by the way. I'm currently running a survey. It's about racial harmony. Would you mind filling it out? I might not have much power myself, but I want to do everything I can to achieve racial harmony here in Calvert. That's an admirable goal. Very well, I'd be more than happy to help. There's nothing particularly suspect about the questions themselves, but they're asking for way too much personal information. A legitimate survey would never ask for my full name, employer, and address, much less the names of my family members. I'll just jot down what Van told me to write. Okay, all done. Thanks for your time. I'll be taking my leave now. Oh, one more thing. I just wanted to say I very much enjoyed my conversation with you today. If it's okay, would you mind writing down your number for me? You want my contact information? Whatever for? Well, you see, I'm interested in the pro-immigration movement, so I'd like to stay in touch if possible. Ah, of course. In that case, I'd be all too happy to oblige. One moment. Here you are. I'll take that. What? Who in blazes are you? Just some guy who's onto your bullshit. You need permission from the city to run this kind of survey. Did you think you could skip that step? Your sound speaks volumes. Here, let's move this conversation somewhere else. And no, you don't have a choice. Nicely done, Agnes. Thank you. I'm surprised I pulled it off, to be honest. Wait, you two know each other? You were playing me from the start. How dare you lie to me, you damn brat. This ain't the plot calling the kettle black. I don't know what is. Van ripped Jacob's glasses and beard off. Oh, it was fake. After all, you're not Jacob. You're Jacobin, anti-immigration activist. What? Don't play dumb with me. We saw you giving speeches earlier. Time to fess up. I suppose there's no point in hiding it then. Yes, I'm Jacobin. But what of it? Oh, so that's how you're gonna play this. I'll admit I didn't get permission to hold this survey, but really, who cares about a trivial little rule like that? Jacobin, I apologize for deceiving you. However, what you're doing is both wrong and criminal. That's quite the accusation. And I doubt you can back it up. After all, I did receive permission to give my speeches. That isn't what I'm referring to, although I don't approve of those either. You've been harassing innocent immigrants, sent a threat letter to Nellie, and tried to pin it on Amelie. Those are all crimes. Even the foggiest what you're referring to. Back to playing dumb, are we? Well, let me enlighten you here. Here's a threat letter in question. So, you have no proof I wrote it. You're about to eat your own words. You got the sheet of paper with all your contact info. Which you penned yourself, dumbass. Ooh, what a coinkydink. Handwriting's a perfect match. Cops wouldn't even need to run this through the lab. Jig is up. Unfortunately for you, it isn't. Cops can't touch me even if they wanted to. I have powerful friends in powerful places, including the very man who sits atop the orbital automobile industry itself. Wait, does he mean... The police are in his pocket. In fact, he can arrange for them to erase the event from the... You're the idiot to end all idiots. Did you seriously think we were going to turn you over to the cops? Hell no. Let's go with Heiue. That'll be more threatening. I'm sending you into the lemon arms of Heiue. What? You're the most powerful force of immigrants in all the Republic. I'm sure they'll be all too happy to get their hands on you. Nice knowing you. May Adios have mercy on your soul and all that. Alright, we're done here. We'll just make a quick call and then we'll send you on your way. You won't catch me alive. You just don't know when to quit, do you? And where do you think you're going, What? Give it up. You got the evidence, you moron? Running away isn't gonna save your ass. But who in the hell are you? That's not really important. All you need to know is we're Arkwright Solutions. We ain't on the side of justice, but for the right price, we're more than happy to bring down evil-doing bastards like you. You're fixers, just my luck. Jacobin was handed over to Heiue. After that, Van relayed what happened to Nellie and Amalie. Is it Amalie or Amalie? It's probably Amalie. Fancy sound vowels. Does that mean I'm safe? Yep, you can go into your concert worry-free. We foiled the perpetrator's plans before they went into motion. He hadn't even secured the manpower he needed to force you out. What a relief. Thank you so much, everyone. It was our pleasure. We wish you both the best of luck with your recital. I'm sure you'll blow everyone's socks off. I would also like to extend my gratitude. Had you not stepped in, this insidious plot might never have been unraveled. Although I might have been of some assistance earlier on, had a certain someone kept me in the loop. Sorry. You gotta put a little more faith in your gal pals. I'm most certainly not a gal pal. I simply didn't want a worthy adversary to walk out on me, especially not before I had the chance to even the score. Thanks, Amalie. You're such a good friend. I told you I'm not... But yeah, I still need to get an outfit for the recital. Want to go to the boutique with me? Well, I suppose I wouldn't mind accompanying you. Bye. Kids, am I right? You do realize that's a phrase only elderly people use, yes? Can it?
That's one job behind us.
Love to see it.
Alright. We gotta get that one SP. We'll send him over to Heiue still. Now we gotta load. Hang on, let's see, when is this? 9:55? This is our latest one. Dang it, that's after the quest. Perfect. You can also see what the dialogue is for all the other people. Is anything interesting? Got the save there so we don't have to worry about it again. Alright, let's see what happens when we choose somebody else. Barry. Enemy's objective is to draw out pro-immigrant Calvardians. Barry's from the Central East, so she doesn't fit the bill here, which means the person who's best qualified for this is... Aw, they skipped that.
Mission accomplished! Great job, you guys!
Love to see it.
Or deposited.
Very minor dialogue, but, yeah. Not super special. Let's get the actual result that we want. You know what, we're gonna try one more. We're gonna try one more person and see if it's any different. What if we choose Rosette? They actually do fit the bill, but that outfit draws a lot of attention. Whoever does it probably doesn't want to stand out, so I don't think they target her. Okay.
All in a day's work.
Love to see it.
You still get 2 SP for choosing Rosette.
Or deposited.
Interesting. Hey, it's Terabyte. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good, to answer your question. Daybreak, it's nearly time for the second game. Yes, it is. I'm curious who counts and who doesn't count for for additional SP. The enemy's objective is drop from parents of Eastern descent, so he doesn't fit the bill. And then skip. Let's do the handwriting sample. Keep selecting Hey Away because it's funny.
Well done, everyone.
So we don't get it for Aaron. So far, only Agnes and Reset give you the extra SP. This is an interesting experiment. Petra. You do fit the bill, but their attire draws a fair bit of attention. Same. Oh, it allowed me to select somebody else again. What? It didn't do that for a lot of the other ones. Okay, now I have some more curiosity about what's going on here.
Great job, you guys.
Love to see it.
Still get the SP first. Well, actually, because we selected Catra, and then it shifted over to Agnes. Because we selected it. So you don't get... It doesn't do that. Why does Catra give you the option to select it again, though? None of the other ones did. At least, unless I'm mistaken. And I accidentally double-clicked on Agnes when we chose Reset. Judith. Nah, if our identity came to light, chaos would ensue and our plan would be in shambles. Not happening. Someone else is better suited for the role. Burgard. No, that's not right. What the heck? They only give you 2 shots, so we didn't see the actual dialogue for it. Just gonna skip it once again.
That's all, folks.
Love to see it.
Or deposited.
So basically, it's like if you're smart enough to not choose someone of Eastern descent, you just automatically fail it. But otherwise, they give you a second shot to get it and choose Agnes. That's what it feels like. So let's see, Burgard. Ash is an intimidating guy. No way appropriate to approach him. Someone else is better suited for the role. Okay, so they only give you 1 retry. But only for
Well
some
done, everyone.
characters.
Love to see it.
Very weird. Anyway, let's get the actual result that we want. We'll just skip ahead since all the dialogue is almost certainly going to be the same. Since they just autocorrect the writing sample part. Let's just skip all. Agnes, handwriting sample. Send him over to Hayaway still.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Love to see it.
We need to do New Game Plus, but there's just not enough time before Daybreak 2.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
This game goes by fast when you're not talking to literally everybody. Anyway, I want to see what we get for hitting rank A.
Gotta keep this up.
Bam.
Then I'll update your rank.
We
Got
get
it.
Hermes gear. Speed 24, move 12. That's a lot of speed. Catra suffers from not having enough speed, so maybe I'll give that to him. This provides 25 speed. Oh, they were shoes. Looking in the wrong thing. But yeah. 96 speed. Pretty good. Not fast. Not fast it says. Started this on the release day in July. Only finished this last October. I mean, I'm still playing it, right? Although I don't remember when I started playing it. But I also don't have unlimited time to stream because I have other hobbies that I try to make time for. I never knew you worked at a tavern, and your employer is providing you with a room? That's right. It's one of the perks Norbert offered me when he gave me this job. I looked for work all over the city, but few places were willing to hire an immigrant like me, so I'm very grateful to him. He stood up for me time and time again whenever the customers complained about me. His kindness is more than I deserve. But for heaven's sake, that attitude is completely unacceptable. You were chosen for the leading role, so have the confidence befitting of it. Don't drag your head, hold it up high. Oh, yes, of course. They've definitely got a rocky road ahead of them, but somehow I think it'll work out just fine.
Alrighty.
So, are you free on the night of the next rehearsal? I'm going to do some more practice, and I'd love it if you'd come with. Oh, well, I suppose I can make time. I'll be expecting you to practice until you drop, though.
Indeed.
Alright, we got a new recipe. Let's make it. Did we not get a new recipe? Or did we already cook it? We didn't learn it yet. Flame broiled burger for everybody.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
Flame broiled burger.
Sure, give me a minute.
A hamburger with honey. Interesting flavor combination.
That was pretty filling.
Gourmaniac. Raise the gourmet rank to its maximum level. Nice. 1,000 HP to everybody. We'll take it. See, I'm gonna go up here and rest just to get everybody's HP back up. Door. Alright, that's everything. So let's go to the Bracer Guild and then catch up with Ouroboros. Oh, there you are. Glad you can make it. You guys sound pretty serious on the call. Everything alright? Do any of you know where Elaine's gone? Huh? What do you mean?
There is an urgent matter I must attend to. I will be acting alone for the time being. I apologize for not discussing this with any of you beforehand.
A note. Elaine. This has to be some kind of joke, right? Only it was, but this handwriting's definitely hers. Probably dropped this note by here in the morning. I was gonna ask if you knew anything about this, but I can tell you're just as clueless as us. It's written all over your faces. Sorry, I wish we had better news for you. She certainly isn't acting like her normal self. There was that incident in the capital, too. Yeah, but I thought she rebounded from that. Losing yesterday set her off or something. How dare you belittle her? Have some faith, Mr. Way. I doubt an A-rank bracer would make this sort of choice on mere impulse. Anyway, thanks for filling us in. We'll keep an eye out for her. Though I can't imagine us having much time to do that once the game starts up again. Any help's better than none. Thanks a lot, you guys. Try not to let it bug you too much. We all need you to have your head in the game. Thanks. If we learn anything, we'll get in touch. Good luck with your work in the city, Albus. Yeah, best of luck to you as well. 5 people to talk to in here. I won't shirk my assigned duties, of course. But I'd really like to be searching for Elaine right now. If any of you get a hint of Elaine's whereabouts, please tell me. Why do you get a feeling this involves the game? Isn't, like, the thing that happened in, like, the whole backstory that we got with, in Trails into Reverie, where we saw, like, the teaser for Elaine? Like, the guy that basically slaughtered that hallway of people was Dante's, right? So, like, she does have a personal grudge against the opponents here. Good thing, man. Just don't let it weigh you down too much, alright? So almost certainly she'll be getting involved in some way, because she's gonna be trying to do something. Let us know if you find Elaine. Till then, we'll be on the lookout for her. Really hope she's okay. Elaine may be missing, but we still have to focus on the task at hand. Still, I'm gonna keep an eye open for her, and I ask you that you do the same. The upper zone has been cleared, but many teams still remain in the game. Sounds like your team's doing well in there. My grandfather says you handle your subcontracted tasks with finesse. I can see why he and Jin hold you in high regard, I suppose. Hey, you didn't have to throw in that "I suppose" at the end there. Wait, hang on. Grandfather some subcontracts to me? Does that mean he did? Oh, did no one mention? You know Hazel, the general branch manager? He's my grandfather. Judging by the looks on your faces, I see he didn't tell you. Why is he like that? Yeah, we had no idea. Guess I ought to be careful around you. Something tells me you're gonna be one hell of a scary lady someday. I'll choose to take that as a compliment. You're welcome. Anyway, I respect my grandfather a great deal. I'd feel a lot better if he was in Aracion. Right now, he and an S-rank bracer are taking command to ensure the safety of the capital and the Republic as a whole. And I have my own role to play in all this. Is that right? Well, here's hoping you inherited your granddad's good traits.
Well,
I will take advantage of every resource at my disposal. That includes you. We're fortunate that you're present here at Great Solutions. Upstairs is just a guy in bed, right? Yeah. Archine is in a deep sleep. Based on what people were saying, I'm pretty sure he went up against the Eradicator. Doubt he's gonna be waking up anytime soon.
Time to depart.
Did I have something else to buy? Yeah, I did, in the general store.
Time to depart.
Please take a close look.
Welcome to the Quincy department store.
I wanted to at least buy like
History and culture.
one of each, except for these.
In our store, you'll find products
Expensive.
of only the highest quality that uphold Calvert's noble traditions. We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
Hit the button just in time. That probably would have peaked the microphone. Ugh. Damn. I just realized 27% arts evasion. That's kind of nuts.
In our store, you'll find products of only the
I mean, it's a straight upgrade for everybody, so I'll just give it to Agnes.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
We need a little bit more money. I think I'll sell one of the Zerum capsules. Actually, no, I'll sell Zerum powders. I don't use them often enough, so selling a couple doesn't matter too much. See, raises his speed, so why not?
Welcome to the Quincy department store.
Shining Heels.
Bastion of history and culture. In our store, you'll find products
Putting it on her will pretty much equalize the speed for all the people that we kind of use. We don't really use Judith.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
You're always welcome
So we
here.
had one more shop to buy something from.
Do you need something?
Guess it was in this shop.
Please come again.
We have full confidence in our products.
There we go. We might have the achievement,
We
but
await your next
we are going to
visit.
keep learning every single recipe.
What can I
Also,
do
we
for
found
you?
Ren.
In our store, you'll
See you
find
again.
She
products
came
of
downstairs.
only the highest quality.
love me a sugar rush.
That was a fine meal.
That uphold Calvert's noble tradition.
I certainly didn't expect to run into them while I was out buying tea.
We hope you enjoy.
It was kind of nice to catch up with Walter and Retzi. I've known them for a long time. I wish I never knew Elroy. He isn't especially popular in the society. Most prefer to keep their distance from him. Okie dokie.
Taking off now.
to the quest. And then we'll be able to start our next mission. The next round. Although I'm not sure if I have enough time to complete it, so I may just call it so I could take a shower. For whatever reason, it got hot in my room for a little bit, even though it's like super cold outside. Didn't think you'd come see us again so soon. Miss us already? Would you like to join us? I'd be happy to buy you all a drink. Really? Don't mind if we do then. Very. They may be on the same team as us, but we should still be cautious around them. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Nah, we don't got time for that. I'm just here to have a little chat with your boss. Oh, what about? If it's about the game, why not talk to Retzi and Walter instead? I'm sort of out of the loop, remember? Nah, this is only something you can answer. Tell me, Elroy, are you up to something? Huh?
Now that's a silly question.
Of course he is.
Allow me to let you in on a little secret. I'm always up to something.
Okay, let me rephrase. What's your real reason for not fighting with us?
Oh, did Ren give you a word of warning about me, perhaps? And here I was, thinking she took a liking to me. Unlike the professor, I was reasonably nice to her when she was a child.
You thought you could fool Ren with fake smiles and honeyed words? Then you clearly didn't know her. And you can't fool me either. Setting up some kind of trap in the underground, aren't you? Wait, really? The only abnormality Theo picked up was the presence of the higher elements. I'm not exactly sure what stunt you're pulling here, but I'm on to you. We know that most groups that oppose you got silenced, permanently. Their cases were labeled as accidents resulting from internal conflict and other things of that nature. If you don't have some kind of superpower, there aren't many ways you could pull off something like that. That's why I'm thinking you're using some kind of unknown bacteria or virus, or an untraceable poison. Oh my. He's using what? So he possesses biological and chemical weapons? Those are illegal under international law.
That nose of yours really is something, isn't it? I do indeed use both, but I prefer the chemical variety. Biological weapons are harder to handle.
Now you know why I said there isn't a bigger monster in all of Zemuria than him. Nice detective work, Arkwright. Looks like you might walk out of this alive after all. I was planning to teleport a few of you away when the time came, but I'm not sure I could save all of you, and I wouldn't want to risk dying in the most painful way imaginable myself.
My plan doesn't break any of the rules they laid out, though that was never a concern of mine. After all, I am the Oathbreaker. Breaking oaths and rules is what I do.
Also, Ouroboros tends to have teleportation tech, so he would be fine even if the nuke did get set off.
And you can't deny it's the most effective way to win the game. I'm taking out all the players and the organizers in one fell swoop. I'll spare you alone. That's your reward for figuring out my plan. You can run along back to the city and take care of requests while we wrap this up. Not a bad deal, huh?
Not a bad deal, my ass. You're no better than Almada. There are rules that have to be followed, even during war. They won't let you get away with this. Well, at least you're not involving innocent civilians. That's what I'd like to say, but you and I both know that rules are the only reason why you're leaving them out of this.
I make decisions like that on a case-by-case basis.
Alright, I've heard enough. I want you out of this game right now. Sure thing. The fourth Anguis of the Society of Ouroboros hereby withdraws his registration from the game.
Registration of Team Arkwright Solutions member, the 1000th Oathbreaker, has been withdrawn.
They may no longer interfere with the game.
What? What? Son of a... How are you gonna let your teammates weigh in on your decisions before you make them? Oh dear, now he can't use any of his nasty tricks on anyone. Why did you give up so readily? This must be yet another part of his scheme. I'm sure of it. Nope, you're wrong. Ren might have given you a push in the right direction, but the fact you caught me in the act is impressive. Consider this your reward. I hope you weren't counting on my help. I mean, I kind of wanted you as a last resort in case things went awry, but you clearly aren't worth the risk. Better not try go looking for loopholes, you hear? And there goes that plan. Oh well, nothing left to do but kick back and think up my next crime. Maybe I'll try one that spans both the Orbital Net and the real world. Should we, pretend we didn't hear that? We'll worry about him later. For now, we should just be thankful Van thwarted his plan before it claimed any lives. Seen all the main areas of the city now, including ones we couldn't visit yesterday. Second round starts at noon. Maybe now's a good time to head underground. To advance the main story, select Wait in Sent Underground area from the travel menu. And I don't think there was anything else we needed to buy, so...
Want something to drink? Don't be a stranger.
Let's teleport off and have the story kick off, and we'll call it from there. Once you choose to wait in the central underground area, the main story will advance. As a result, all unfinished quests and unseen sub-events will disappear. Van's group met up with the collaborators, and together they made their way into the underground. They arrived in the area where the first round concluded and waited for the second one to start. Ooh, they even cleaned up the puddle of blood. November 21st, 12 p.m.
Keycard confirmed. Team Arkwright Solutions can now enter the middle zone.
So there's gonna be 3 rounds. Great, on the next zone we go. Wait, how will the other teams get in? The only ones who can go through this door, right? Correct, but I very much doubt this is the only entrance. Yeah, there has to be more than one way in. This wouldn't be much of a game if our competition couldn't even enter the playing field. I still would like to know why we must compete to begin with. What are they trying to achieve here? You can ask them yourself after we beat their asses. Right, let's save the hard questions for later. Okay then, ready to have some fun out there? Right, perhaps we should take a page out of Ren's book and have a little tea party along the way. The way they're talking, you'd think we're on a picnic or something. I'm guessing our main boss is the I can't remember anyone's names. Not Melchior. That guy. Alright, gang, let's roll. Guy with the gauntlets.
Welcome, players.
Yes.
I am Alexander, the boss of round 2. Melchior already laid out the rules for advancing, so I have nothing more to add on that point. I will note that only 5 teams were eliminated yesterday, which was well below our expectations. You will have 4 hours to complete this zone. Our hope is that only half of you will make it through. In this round, you will need 6 key cards to advance. May the best team emerge victorious.
We have 3 from yesterday, so we just need to get 3 more. It's essentially the same deal as before. Our competition will be much fiercer, however. We may be fighting a more uphill battle to acquire them. But with me, I like a good challenge. I would prefer to exercise caution when we can't afford to fight everyone, so we should pick our battles wisely. The more our opponents fight and eliminate each other, the better. It begins. The fighting has already begun, it seems. Probably won't be long until we run into another group, so be ready to fight at a moment's notice. Right. Alright. Our party is set. So we will continue this next time. Until then, have a good night.